Hey guys, on this Talk About Games, we're doing something a little different. Next week is Star Trek's 50th anniversary, so we figured we'd play the new Star Trek 50th anniversary Trivial Pursuit.
It reminds me sort of the Ninja Turtles DVD box set, how they put the DVDs into the turtle van. The cards are inside the shuttlecraft Galileo.
This isn't your mom and dad's Trivial Pursuit where you're playing in like some like long box.
It kind of is our mom and dad's Trivial Pursuit because it is the original Star Trek here. This isn't the next gen shuttlecraft.
This is the hip and cool thing that all the kids are doing now.
This
is kind of interesting. Normally with Trivial Pursuit, you get a board or something, but in this, you just get the top of the shuttle bay opens. Look at that. It's got the
a Starfleet dice.
United Federation of Planets seal there, and then there's planets and communicators and stuff. It's
What's
interesting.
the V? Is that like a Vulcan?
So if you're looking at the 6 sides of the die, there's the communicator, there is the United Federation of Planets logo, there is
the Enterprise.
There is like, it looks like a planet, like Saturn.
Sure.
There is the Klingon, the seal of the Klingon Empire.
I have to know though, because I don't know what. Oh, it's a phaser. When I looked at it like that, I thought it was a Y.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's a phaser.
There's a phaser.
A Type 2 phaser.
The little nacelles are
a little wobbly. What do you want? It's a Trivial Pursuit thing. It's not like a Franklin Mint.
I don't want my freaking nacelles wobbly, okay? That's the bottom line here.
All right, here's the deck. Let's play the game. I guess we're just going to go back and forth and do some trivia.
Okay, so this is pretty cool. So the first player to win is the one that collects 6 cards. And then you just put the cards in there, and there's categories. The blue thing is crew members. The Klingon one is aliens. The planet one is locations. Starfleet, science and technology, and ships. So we basically just go back and forth.
All right, sounds good.
And then we roll the die and figure it out.
Planets.
What planet held the facility for criminal inmates deemed incurably insane?
Oh, wait. Okay, so this is about Garth of Igar, and because I believe, since he is criminally insane, and the name of the planet they're looking for?
Oh my god, boy. If you get this, I'm going to lose it.
I want to say it's like Gamma something or other. Is it Gamma?
No.
No, what is it?
It begins with an E.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, the planet is called Elba, too.
Okay.
And I think that's interesting because there's a little trivia in here. It says, named after the island that Napoleon Bonaparte was exiled on.
Okay.
It was interesting. And actually, I think it's funny that you mentioned Garth of Igar. Because there's the Star Trek Axanar fan film that's being sued or was being sued by Paramount.
You know, I just want to say that it might be Izar or Igar. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. That's why. But I think it's funny that Axanar, that fan film, chose to take that one story.
Which is weird because that's a third series episode. It's not the worst episode of the third season, but it's not a great one. It's just another episode where you see 2 Kirks like fighting each other. Right. The one part of that episode that I do really like is they do this sort of classic Star Trek, I guess, trope where Kirk and Spock have a special message between each other, and it's Queen to Queen's level 3 is a thing, and they only know that it's like a password that only they know between each other, and that's how they get through the problem in that episode.
Is that a 3-dimensional chess reference?
It is.
Yeah.
And the only way, because there's 2 Kirks,
right?
And they have to know which one's the real Kirk.
Oh, and then they do that, and they're like,
something like that. Yeah. But so I didn't get the question right, but at least I knew something about it.
Yeah, we actually had a lot to go on after that. That's kind of funny.
Ooh, Starfleet.
All
right. What was the first episode of Star Trek, the original series, to air?
Is it like The Naked Time?
It's a little bit of a trick question because if you see this shirt I have on here, now this shirt is from The Cage, which is the pilot that doesn't have Shatner in it. So it's not that.
Okay, but hold on. I'm going to. Is it the episode where? Is it like The Naked Time or something like that?
The Naked Time, I think, was this one of the second or third episode to air.
Okay. Did you tell me like when I was watching it to skip the first one?
No, I would say to watch that one. The first one to air.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a ridiculous episode. I think you and I might have watched it together.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know the name of it.
So there's a salt creature in the episode.
Oh, they go down to the planet, and there's like a husband and wife research couple, and he eats the salt from the people.
Yes.
I know the whole episode, and like the ensigns get killed
You're right,
back there, and I know the episode.
The
I've
name of
seen
the
it.
episode is The Man Trap.
Oh, I was thinking something trap, but I didn't want to say because it's like hard.
So,
but yeah, I've seen the episode. This is a question from Star Trek First Contact.
okay.
Forget the movies involved.
Sure.
I don't like that we're going from like series to like movie because a series is like gigantic,
Right.
and a movie's like pinpoint.
Well, this thing is everything
Yeah.
Star Trek. So.
Absolutely. Of these three races, Bolian, Romulan, and Cardassian, which one appeared in First Contact as an assimilated Borg drone?
Bolian, Romulan, or Cardassian?
Yeah. Oh, he gets
Why is this
multiple choice too.
Why is this under Klingon Empire?
No, but it's not. It doesn't stand for Klingon Empire. It stands for
Races.
It's like races.
Oh, it's like so. Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't realize that. All right, aliens. It is then. Was it a Romulan, a Bolian?
Romulan, Cardassian, or Bolian?
I'm gonna go Romulan.
No, and actually, it's interesting. The makeup for the other two were produced, but they never appeared on film. It's Bolian.
Wow, these are tough. And Brian and I know a lot about
Like-
Star Trek, but
like
these are hard.
You're talking about people that watch Star Trek like
Every day.
every
almost.
day. Like, all right,
Wow.
what do we
All
got?
right. So this is gonna be Starfleet, and this is Star Trek First Contact.
Okay.
Okay. These are hard questions, I want to say, before I
Yeah.
give you this. Where did Geordi attend high school?
Is that from Cochrane High School?
Yeah.
Boom.
Well, actually, wait, I didn't look at the answer.
Yeah. No,
Look.
I know what it is.
Yeah, Saffron Cochrane.
Yeah,
High School. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
They're on that hill,
Yeah.
and
And they're talking about taking a pig.
yeah,
Taking a
Zephyr
leak.
Cobb, he's like, I gotta take a leak. He's like, I don't detect any leaks,
Right.
and that's when he runs away because he's overwhelmed by the fact that they're like, this is where your statue is, and
Yeah.
this is this. Yeah.
Do you know that actor was Archie Bunker's next door neighbor? And that's where he originally got, the actor who plays Zephyr
Yeah.
Cochrane. That's where he got known. I got Starfleet as well.
All right. Let's see. First contact again. What was the day of Earth's first contact with an alien species? Talk about hard questions.
Was it like November 4th?
No.
No.
April 5th, 2063. Set your watches.
See, I'm not going to get dates.
Yeah, that's not good.
Okay.
Planets.
Planets.
Which you don't want. You want like character stuff.
Exactly. All right. This is First Contact again.
How's that happen? Okay.
Because the deck is probably all. What isolated place in the 21st century were the Enterprise crew going to evacuate in order to avoid polluting the timeline? Where were they going to evacuate to?
I'm going to go... I'm probably going to be wrong. I'm going to go with New Zealand.
Neither.
Where they say?
Revette Island.
Which is there. I guess it's like a specific island.
I don't know.
Yeah. It might be like... Because the line is... They're like, oh, we're going to go off the coast.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Yeah, you know?
But I guess he says that.
Man,
so.
you gotta be...
These are like...
You gotta be like... Nerd. Like,
Yeah.
like this is nerdy.
And we are nerds.
This is nerdy, like what we're doing here.
I mean...
I mean, look at this guy.
Yeah.
No.
Look at you.
I know, right? I got the green one.
Right.
No, but this is like a whole other level.
It is.
Yeah.
This is for hardcore Star Trek fans.
Yeah.
Like, more hardcore maybe than we are even.
Oh,
Enterprise.
this is from the original series TV show. You're going to get this one, too. Starfleet had how many Constitution-class vessels in service during the late 23rd century when Kirk commanded the USS Enterprise?
Well, there was the Enterprise, and I know there was the one of Matt Decker, so that was 2, at least. I don't know how many they launched.
12.
I don't remember them ever saying that.
I think they
Why,
said...
you knew that?
I knew that because it's like... People know that. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
All right.
Science devices.
Science.
Yeah, let's say.
All right. What type of clothing allowed... Oh, by the way, this is Star Trek Insurrection. What type of clothing allowed Starfleet observers to walk among a pre-warp culture unnoticed? That I know.
It made them invisible. It's got like a cloaking device in it. I don't know what... Is it like...
You have to get the name.
Yeah.
Because if it was like a phaser question and
No,
and you were like guns,
yeah.
like you can't.
No, I mean...
You're right.
Yeah.
But what's it called?
And then Data gets like clipped and
Yeah.
they can see him and all of that. Is it like
This is hard.
mimetic or like...
Any other guesses?
No, I have no idea. Metaphasic. No?
Isolation suits.
Isolation suits. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Now
It's
I
a
know.
Good question.
It is a good question. And you knew that?
I knew that it turned I knew it was the invisible suits. I didn't know they were called isolation suits.
This is you.
Oh yeah. Okay. Starfleet.
Spock's mother shares her maiden name with the secret identity of a certain boy wonder. What is it?
Of a certain
boy wonder. This question's not fair.
Robin?
No.
What? I don't
Her maiden name. Spock's mother's maiden name is the same. It's Spock's mother's maiden name.
Grayson?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Amanda and Dick both have the same. Why'd you get like the softball? Oh, Dick Grayson.
Yeah, I don't know.
You get to keep it.
All right. Okay, I think you might
I hope so.
I don't
know.
your memory on. What is the name for a Klingon pimple? Remember that?
He has it like the whole time, and they make fun of him. I have no idea. I haven't seen that movie in like 5 years or 10 years.
Gorch.
A Gorch?
Yeah. You won't want to pop Worf's Gorch.
No, I don't want to pop. No.
Planets again? Ugh. It's like the category I don't want.
In which system did the gigantic space amoeba kill all the inhabitants?
But what system? I don't know. I don't know systems.
It's Gamma 7A.
Oh, I said Gamma 7A last time.
Yeah, you did.
Fuck.
Oh, man.
I didn't want to say it again. I'm just always going to say Gamma because that's the only one I know.
Yeah. All right, here we go. One apiece.
Gamma Trianguli.
Yeah.
All right,
here we go. What's this from?
The original series.
Okay. Oh, God.
Okay. I don't know even know if you've seen this episode, but which historian created a version of Nazi Germany on the planet Ecos?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. John Gill. You have to see the episode.
Yeah. They had to make it hard because, like,
I wouldn't have gotten that either, and I'm more familiar with the
yeah,
original
you've
series.
seen the episode.
I would have gotten the name of the episode, which is Patterns of Force.
Along with Commander Riker, what other Next Generation officer appeared in the series finale of Enterprise?
That is like the one thing I do know.
Yeah.
Troy.
Yeah.
Okay. So crew members. This is Star Trek, the original series. The actor who played the Klingon Captain Koloth portrayed a character with a different rank and species in the first season. Who did he play? There's two characters in Star Trek that you know. There was a book where they fought each other, and it was a book. And one of those characters is the answer.
Is it like Khan? Like because I know it wasn't. Oh, Ricardo Montalban was the one in the movie,
right?
But somebody else played him in the original series, but it wasn't him.
Ricardo Montalban played Khan in the original series and in Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan.
It wasn't a separate. Okay.
That was both Ricardo Montalban. He played the.
Okay.
That was always him.
Like I'm trying to think of characters I know from the original series. Harry Mudd is a character I know.
I want you to get your mind off of the original series for a second because the hint I'm trying to give you has to do with Encounter at Farpoint.
John Delancey.
All right, I tried.
Who else is in? Oh, who's in it? Bones is in that episode.
He is.
But who else is with him?
Do you remember the book question? Isn't there a book where Q fights Trelane?
Oh, Trelane is like
Koloth.
the original series version of Q.
That's what I was trying to help.
Basically.
Yeah. Phaser.
Oh, this is so lame.
What series?
This is from Nemesis.
Okay.
What Soong-type prototype did the Enterprise crew find on Polaris 3?
Before.
Yeah, here you go.
Before. The original series. Starfleet question.
Sure.
The Earth-Romulan War was fought with what type of weapons?
Lasers? I don't know.
A good guess, because lasers are old.
Yeah, they're older.
School.
And if you know, the Earth-Romulan War was fought before the Federation. It was fought, like, the Romulans, like, there was this whole bloody war, and that's why there's a neutral zone.
So his guess was really, really good. You were along the right train of thought, at least, but it was atomic.
Oh, they fired, like nukes at each other.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. That's interesting. You never think, like, Star Trek never talks about, like...
What happened.
like, what happened then.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Why don't they do a Star Trek show about that period? Then it wouldn't be a Star Trek show.
Well, isn't that kind of what... Like, if you look at Discovery and you look at, like, the ship and stuff, well, I guess it's still too new.
I think that's after Enterprise, though. I'm pretty sure. Alien races.
Yeah, let's do this. What type of circulatory fluid did the Breen lack? This is a DS9.
Oh, the Catcher Cell White?
No, that's what the Jetmadar.
I'm not
so the Breen are the guys that look like Princess Leia does when she goes to save Han Solo. You know, they have like the big helmets and all that.
Okay.
And what fluid do they lack? Like the.
You know what? I told you I'm not I don't know that much about
They don't have blood.
Oh, it's not blood. Okay.
Yeah, because they like float in the
Yeah, I might have
suits.
seen some of those episodes.
Yeah, so that's that. Science and technology.
I'm picking from the middle.
We're doing it.
Original series.
Wow.
How did a ship's transporters lock onto a landing party in the original series?
From their the communicator?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey.
You know, in the Star Trek The Next Generation tech manual, it says things like if the transporters are going like full speed, they could beam up like 20,000 people in like an hour.
Crazy. Where are they going to put them all? They can't beam them into... They'd have
like
to beam them into other areas of the ship.
Yeah, like remember when they found that the sleeper ship? They found like the NASA... They beamed like the NASA...
You know how they kept Scotty in the transporter buffer? If you wanted to beam up like a million people from a planet, why? And the Enterprise has so much storage space. Why don't they just beam everybody in a transporter buffer, and then when they get to the next location, beam them back? Because you couldn't fit a million people onto the ship. There's
so much processing power. It's not just the physical matter; it's also like all the electrical impulses and everything. Like it's very complicated.
You wouldn't be able to do it with that.
There's a few things that Star Trek never does for the sake of the plot. Why don't they just knock the shields down of the enemy and transport all their people out into space? Why don't they just transport their warp core on their bridge and just blow up everything? Like, there's things they can't do.
Transport the enemy's warp core onto the bridge and like let it,
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Right?
See, this is why I don't want to fight you in a starship battle.
Oh my god, I'd be a menace.
All right. Fucking aliens again?
What do you got? So, it's from the original series,
all right,
of
aliens.
course. Kelvin weapons could paralyze and also transform humans into what?
Crystallized, fossilized, like cube things.
You're right. They are, but what were those cube things called?
I don't know. It was like a fucking piece of styrofoam that they bought, It's like those dice, those like Dungeons and Dragons nerdy 18-sided dice.
How many sides do they have?
I don't know, like 10 or something. 12.
You knew what it was.
I don't know the name of it, but I know the thing.
So I'm going to give him this card, okay? Because it was 12-sided solids. You knew they were dice. You knew they were
I've seen it a million times.
I feel like
that was pretty fucking close,
you get
right?
that. There you go. There's your card.
That episode always freaked me the fuck out because I don't know if you ever saw that episode. Imagine if somebody turns you into basically like a sugar cube.
Yeah.
And then they stepped on you. And what happens in the episode is they turn like a red shirt into one of these cubes, and then the guy picks it up and he just like crushes it in front of like Kirk's face, and they can rematerialize the cube but
he'll be all busted up.
But once they crush it, it's like done. That freaked me the fuck out when I saw that episode.
Because it's like an Are You Afraid of the Dark or like Twilight Zone episode. Like, the cube. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. You don't want to be turned into a cube and crushed. Alien races again. Okay, so this is Enterprise.
Okay.
All right. Which of the following genetically engineered abilities did
the Suliban
not possess? Cling to walls, not possess.
They could cling to walls.
Cling to walls. Camouflage their skin.
They could camouflage their skin.
Generate heat from their eyes or tolerate a vacuum.
I don't think they could generate heat from their eyes.
Is that your answer? Is that your final answer?
Yes.
And you would be correct.
Okay. Yeah, they weren't like going around like Superman. Like, it was bad enough that they could cling to the ceiling and be invisible and all that. Like, it was a problem.
I did not see that.
They're at the forefront of the temporal Cold War. Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
All right.
What class of Klingon ships were destroyed by the V'ger entity?
I'm going to say they were Klingon D7 cruisers.
They're Katinka or Katinka class, like the...
This is bullshit because they're D7 cruisers, though.
No, because the ones that are in The Next Generation are Katinka class ones.
Okay.
Yeah. They weren't Birds of Prey.
Okay.
And they weren't the Vorcha, the bigger ones.
I always thought the ones in the movies were D7s.
No.
Really?
Because the D7 was a design that they bought from the Romulans, and these are Klingon-made ships.
So the only D7s in Star Trek then
are in the original series.
Are in the original series.
Yep.
Are they, or are they not like the same general shape?
It's the same general shape. It's just like the nacelles are different. And in
well, that's why I thought that. All right,
and in Enterprise, they're in The Next Generation, they're green.
Well, there you go. I just learned something there.
Yeah.
All right. Alien races again. This is from Enterprise.
Oh, boy.
What was the name of the Romulan spy in deep cover in the Vulcan military?
I have no idea. Sayla, T'Pol, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
Taylock?
Taylock? If you locked me in a room long enough, I could have came up with that answer.
Fucking alien races every time.
Alien races. We're in Star Trek Nemesis. What mental ability did the Reman Viceroy have?
Well, the telepathic.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
Telepathy.
okay.
There you go.
Okay, Star Trek The Next Generation. What new type of propulsion system did the Enterprise have to disrupt before it destroyed a planet? Oh. That's hard.
It's not like transwarp. It's
Only after
else.
I heard it, I was like, okay, I know what they're talking about.
Yeah. What is it?
The Soliton wave?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know, I'm pretty sure that's the episode where they have, like, the scientists come on the ship, and they come up with, like, the new...
Oh, that dude, it's like his life's work.
Yes.
And he's all of that, and they're like, we got to turn this off.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to stop him and all of that.
Was that his name or something? And then I think he goes
off in a shuttlecraft
into the sun. Yeah. I think it's that episode they're talking about.
One.
But okay, no.
Original series. Which old girlfriend of Chekhov's dropped out of Starfleet Academy?
I don't know her name.
Irina Galyunin.
Irina.
Yeah.
That's all I remember is him saying that name.
Yeah.
Irina.
Right.
Next Generation, at least.
Oh, that's good.
What legendary English forest did Q...
Sherwood Forest.
Just to double check, yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. That's an easy one. Do you know the name of the episode?
It's not Hyde and Q, is it?
I think it's Cupid.
It's not... Oh, Cupid?
I think it's Cupid.
Yeah, because there's Q-Who and...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Cupid.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you know why? Because Picard... Because Robin Hood has, like, the relationship with Mary Ann.
Yeah.
I guess
that makes sense, yeah. You're going to get this one. What was the Squire of Gothos' actual name?
Trelane. Not the actor? Yeah. Okay, I didn't know if... I thought maybe for a second they wanted the actor.
Yeah, do you have 6 yet?
I have 4.
I have 4 also.
Another Next Generation. All right, so locations. What sector was Earth located in?
It's Sector 0.
I don't know what to say.
Is it like 00? Because it's like in the middle.
You're like this close.
Yeah.
Give me a little more. Like that's like basically it.
Yeah. Is it 001?
Yes, thank you.
Because it's like, yeah.
Because there's the ones that go Sector 001.
Yeah,
you know?
right?
Yeah, you got it.
Because, see...
Because first you said Sector 0.
Yeah.
Which is not that.
Yeah.
Then you said Sector 1.
Yeah.
And I was like,
0.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm picturing, like, there's, like, view screens in the show where it's, like, Sector 001 and, like, the Borg is coming or whatever, you know? So that's
all
good.
Right.
Deep Space Nine. How many temporal violations did James T. Kirk have, according to Agents Luxley and Dolmer?
There would have been The Naked Time, the episode where they went back to like the 1960s with like the space astronaut dude. I can't remember the name of that one. There would have been City on the Edge of Forever. I don't know if that would count as a temporal violation, but probably I'm just doing anything that's time travel. Yeah. Then there would be basically Star Trek 4.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're on 4 and you've already gone to Star Trek 4.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't miss one from the original series, but I feel like those are all the times.
The number's really high. I mean, it's not like really high, but it's like you should just guess.
Oh,
like,
really?
It's not like 100, but it's not like 2.
Like, are they?
It's not like 50.
Are they counting stuff that like didn't happen on shows?
Probably.
Okay, then I don't know. Like, fucking 30. I don't know.
17.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like
how am I?
You had to have watched the episode and heard them say it.
All right, this is the original series, Planets. Oh boy, this is gonna be hard. Probably, I would imagine. What planet did the Federation hope to develop using Quadrotriticale? Before you guess the planet, do you at least know the episode?
No, I don't even know the episode.
Do you know what Quadrotriticale is?
I've heard the word before. I've heard them say it.
Quadrotriticale is the grain that feeds tribbles.
Oh.
From the Trouble with Tribbles. Guess the planet?
No.
I wouldn't know it either. Sherman's Planet.
Oh, yeah. What was the name of the Cardassian intelligence agency?
I don't know.
It's the Obsidian Order.
Okay, ships. This is from Undiscovered Country, Star Trek 6.
Yeah.
What were Kirk's final course headings? I think you know that.
Yeah, it's like first star on the left and straight on till morning. Or is it on the right?
You want to say that to me again and to say it the way he said it?
Oh yeah, is it first star on the right and straight on till morning? I thought it was on the left. Third?
You're right, except for the first word you're saying.
Third star?
It's not first, it's not third.
Second star on the left and straight on till morning?
Yeah. I'm going to give it to you because you got the general phrase.
Yeah.
So you get that.
Right, yeah. That's such a good scene.
It's awesome. That's a great way. Thank God that movie happened because Star Trek V was so bad that had 6 not happened, I think the original series would have totally been tainted.
You know what Undiscovered Country did for me? It showed me how brilliant the original series crew would have been on a Next Generation like show.
One thing that I feel like the original series crew did better usually than the Next Generation or some of the other shows is I felt in certain occasions, and actually Star Trek Beyond was a great example of it. The way the crew would quickly figure out a situation by, not that the other shows didn't do it, Next Generation did it too, but they would all sort of like talk to each other and devise like an answer of how to solve the problem. And a really good example of that is in Star Trek 4 when they figure out that it's the problem. This giant alien comes to the planet and it's going to destroy the planet. What's the problem? Why is the alien there? And they all have a conversation and they figure out, because it's trying to contact whales.
Exactly.
And nobody on planet Earth, the whole planet, nobody could fucking figure that out. But the crew of the Enterprise could figure it out, and they figured it out in like a couple minutes in a short scene. And that's one of the things that I love about the original series crew.
I love Data on the Next Generation. I think he's awesome.
Yeah.
But I think
he overpowers everyone else because he's so smart.
He's a big crutch. Like if you're Jean-Luc Picard, you're the captain of the flagship. What are you gonna do? You're gonna ask freaking Riker, who's like chasing tail, or are you gonna have?
And that's what I'm saying.
Ask your supercomputer.
On the Next Generation, most of the time it was kind of like, Data, what's the answer? And then Data would be like, oh, obviously the answer is blah 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 blah. Where the original series crew, they had to like work it out in a conversation, and I felt that was maybe a little more appealing to the audience watching because you feel like you're figuring it out with them, as opposed to Data just giving the answer like a computer would. Right.
We are at Next Generation. What was the Federation colony where the Cardassians killed over 100 settlers? This is like O'Brien, and there's the rogue captain that goes out. O'Brien's old command.
I love the O'Brien episodes too.
It's about like they were like veterans and he doesn't want to give the ship back.
I think I've seen this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So he's out blowing up Cardassians, the other ship, and he's trying to avenge this planet where O'Brien and him fought on the ground.
It's like I've seen this episode one time, like in the 90s. I don't know.
Yeah, this is like famous like Star Trek planets like Galarndin Core and stuff like that. It's Setlik 3.
I do know Setlik 3.
Setlik 3.
How long could the androids on Mud's planet last?
Like sexually?
Wow! If they could, this would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Got an answer?
Like 10,000 years.
500,000 years.
Oh, I was a little short.
Yeah.
Next Generation. What segment of Romulus did Senator Pardak represent? You're not going to get it, but this is from Unification.
Unification with Spock.
With Spock.
Sure.
You know what I hate about like old Spock? Old Spock is defined by his desire to unify the Romulans and the Vulcans.
Yeah, that bothers me too.
Which is like,
what happened to Spock's sense of exploration?
Right. I mean, he was a scientist, and he becomes this like diplomat.
You know why they did that? Because they needed a reason for something for Spock to do that could be meaningful for the character. Because that explains why he's not still on a starship and whatever. Because the actor Leonard Nimoy was getting old. But really, I think Spock was so intelligent. If Star Trek was real, which is not, it was a fucking show, which is why they did that.
Yeah.
But if it was real, I think he would have been like Kirk. He would have wanted to keep exploring, I think. I never bought any of that.
I think
you know what else sucks about old Spock? His ears. Because until the J.J. Abrams movie, they never got his ears right. In all the, like, original series movies, his ears are always look like shit. His ears go up like this and down. Right. They're very like devilish, and they're rounded. Where in the movies they look like elf, like floppy, like they're awful looking.
Yeah.
Voyager.
Oh boy.
What Galaxy class ship does Geordi LaForge command in the alternate timeline on Voyager?
Wait, Geordi's on it. I don't even remember the episode.
I don't remember this happening at all.
Crazy.
But apparently this happened. So in Voyager, they're saying that Geordi LaForge commands a Galaxy class starship.
That's interesting.
And it's called the USS. I'm going to give you a hint. There was a real ship that blew up, and they gave a tribute to it.
The Hornet?
In Star Trek 4. The movie Star Trek 4 opens with a thing that says
Challenger?
Yes.
Yes.
And that is the ship that...
Yeah.
So I'm going to give that to you, and I think we should end it on that note. Ryan wins the game. Congratulations. I think that this is a pretty awesome game for people that like Star Trek. It's really hard. You can't just be a person that kind of likes Star Trek. You really got to love Star Trek to play this game because these questions are tough.
Which we do, so it's good for us.
Yeah, it is good for us.
And, when you're playing this game, don't just ask the questions. Get talking. Talk about the episodes. Talk about different things, because that's the fun in it.
It's great to talk about Star Trek. It's great that Star Trek's been around for 50 years. I hope that there's more good Star Trek to come.
Absolutely.
So,
and we will see you next Friday at 3 Eastern.
I thought you were going to say we'll see you second star to the left. Straight on till morning. No.